I want to give all praise, Yahbashim Yoshabashim Makakadash. Honors to the elders, apostles, men in truth, and like-minded ones who teach in this truth and knowledge, so we know this truth and knowledge. And the Wadi Yahbashim Yoshabashim put in the spirit, the elders, apostles, men in truth on down, like-minded ones who teach in this truth and knowledge, so we have an opportunity to learn this truth and knowledge. And the Wadi and call your Yahbashim Yoshabashim Makakadash. Give all praise, Yahbashim Yoshabashim Makakadash. Various reports, we say. 6 hours ago, European warships to patrol the Red Sea. First post report. You have let me see something. News. Main court puts Trump's ballot ban decision on hold. This is right into top news. Let me see what we got here. Judge wasn't going to stand for Trump's comments during defamation trial. Supreme Court takes a challenge up on the power of federal regulations. I see the report talking about in Ireland, talking about related to the ban of freedom of expression, which is pretty much freedom of speech and different things. I've seen that. That was something earlier today, and that's something that's kind of seen that a few months ago as well. We have a funding fight. Funding still underway over billions in aid related to Ukraine, Russia, different things. State Department asked point blank, do you think Iran has a right to defend itself as U.S. would? Simple terms, respectfully in the country, if it's justified, but most of all if it's needed, man. You know what I mean? Every country has that's why they have the weapons and different things for defend its country, man. You know what I mean? But but only extreme measures, really last resort. And that's respective in any country, man, whether it's here in the U.S. or these other countries and abroad, man. That's why they have, they spend a lot of money on defense to protect their respected country, their respected interest, which is their country and anything involved. But with that power comes responsibility, man. And only extreme, and I mean extreme, last resort should those things be used, man. And that's just a carnal perspective. All right, continue on. The death of the Republican debate. Israel-Hamas war. UN issues a warning about humanitarian crisis. So you have relating to what's going on in that area, relating to Israel-Hamas, the bombing, the people's millions and thousands of people is affected relating to that. Those innocent people, get bombed over, whole lot of, stuff that's going on between these two sects of oppositions, and the casualties involved are innocent people, man, who have nothing to do with that, man. Victory Davis Hanson. This is the most amazing political comeback in history. This is various top news reports. Let me see what else. There's a report that Iran relating to unprovoked fired those missiles relating to that. Talk about with Pakistan or something. I've seen that in a report somewhere. Hikers are rescued in Kentucky. Chinese residents not surprised by the second-year population decline. And as far as populous countries, I believe India and China are the top, relating to the most populous in the world. 5 killed on the snowy Pennsylvania highway after leaving vehicles, and you having this weather thing happen up, weather across the country, bad weather across the country. This relates to the Iowa caucus win perspective. Different reports. Let me say, new winter storms ice over Pacific Northwest, which I believe over by Seattle in that area, like that northwest area. John Kirby asks why White House thinks T designations will help deter the Houthi Red Sea attacks. Let me see if I find that report. Let me see. You have the situation they've been talking about that DX a lot, related to WEF, World Economical Forum. See, further Iranian attacks in Iraq, Syria. So Iranian missiles relating to strikes in Pakistan. Talking about that. DW, which is Deutsch, German report. Deutsch. Pakistan recalls Iran ambassador after missile strikes. BBC report. See, you got dangerous Arctic air causing multiple deaths in southern U.S. So we have a major, severe storm across the country, man. From the west coast, from the central, Midwest, northeast, even the south. It talks about this WE inside MITS DX. Report there. We talk about the DX a lot. That's hypothetically. That could be a reality, hypothetically speaking. You know what I mean? London. This is in London. 500,000 strong march for what? For Palestine. For support of Palestine. That was in London. Nearly 40% of the global employment could be disrupted by artificial intelligence. IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, says. Because a lot of jobs are losing over robotics, man. You know what I mean? These jobs robotics are taking over a lot of these jobs, these productions stuff, type jobs and different jobs, where, like for example, in Amazon, production, they can use robots to work faster, more efficient. They don't have to take breaks. They don't need no lunch break. They don't need vacation time. They don't need no bathroom break. They can work consistent. So you might see a lot more robotics taking over a lot more jobs, man. Let's see what else we have. The BRICS bloc added more 5 members: Iran, Saudi Arabia, Ethiopia, Egypt, and United UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates. So it relates to the BRICS. BRICS is the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And I was reading an article related to South Africa suing believe U.S. and I believe UK over something. I seen that yesterday. Read this report here. We see 5 new members of the BRICS. Iran has the most pro-Palestinian stance. Iran has backed militants in Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen to attack both Israel and U.S. targets. The only nation to do so, October 7th. Egypt shares a border with Gaza, is a key player in humanitarian aid mediating the conflict. Cairo has called for the ceasefire, but has maintained security coordination with Israel at the Rafah border. Saudi Arabia, a key U.S. ally, has called for ceasefire, but also seems on a track to resume its normalization of relations with Tel Aviv after the conflict is over. So it's all about business interests, man. The enemy, they'll do business with each other if it's for their interests, man. Of course. UAE has tried to use its channels in the United Nations to mediate a ceasefire, but maintains a strong relation with Israel since it normalized ties in 2020. Ethiopia maintains close military and diplomatic relations with Israel and had initially abstained in a UN General Assembly resolution calling for ceasefire last October due to the documents not condemning Hamas. And this report is CGTN, which is America, which is a Chinese report. See what other reports. And knowing this, in the last days, perilous times shall come. For many great misery shall happen in the latter times, because they walk greatly in pride, man. So the miseries, the perilous times is troubled times, man. We in troubled times, man. Continuation relating to what's going on in the West Asia, or Middle East, what they would call it. Better known as Middle East, but West Asia, that's what it's called. So you still having conflicts out there, continuation of conflicts within Russia, Ukraine, and now you have conflict with Iran, Syria, in that region area, Lebanon. Missile strikes, unprovoked or whatever. So you have issues with Iran in that area. You have issues with continuation with Russia and Ukraine, and bombardment relating to war. And you have a situation with North Korea, South Korea, tensions with that. You can't forget China and Taiwan. Taiwan relating to U.S., Taiwan, China. So it's all kinds of fronts spread it out, as I was stating, going all over, man. In a report, they were sending a bunch of troops somewhere too, as well. I don't remember the exact number. It was a substantial amount of troops. So, it's pretty much stretched in, man. YN report here. Will Pakistan retaliate against unacceptable air attacks, man? So, because you had Iran with missile attacks in that area. Syria, Pakistan, all that area. So it's brewing up. You're gonna scripture talks about Matthew's 24:6. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See ye be not troubled, for the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There should be earthquakes and pestilence in different places. For these are the times of sorrows, man. So we in the times of sorrows, man. The continuation of troubles globally here in the United States, also in the abroad, man. See what other reports on here. So yeah, the situation with the U.S. with the Houthis and in Yemen, And you had the weather storm. Let's say here, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, end record snowless streak of more than 700 days. Let me see. Sometimes I wonder if they exaggerate them numbers. It's been nearly 2 years, but Philadelphia, Baltimore, and New York cities have all finally broken their snowless streaks of more than 700 days thanks to the storm system moving up the East Coast. That's bringing winter weather to millions of people along the Interstate 95, I-95 corridor, Mid-Atlantic to the northeast. You have, let me say, so you have the continuation of storm moving, like I was saying, across the country. This, strange weather, I guess, in a matter of speaking. Let me see what we got. Let me get Luke 21. See Luke 21 and I'll read it from 21. But when ye out hear wars and commotions goes to disturbances, different things. Be not terrified, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Scripture talks about also relating to, you could design the weather, but you can't design this relating to the signs of the times, man. I believe that's in Matthew 16. So, understanding what time and season that we're in, man. You know what I mean? Great earthquakes shall be in different places. We can read that. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So you seeing that nations, powerful kingdoms, powerful nations rising up against one another. Great earthquakes shall be in different places. Which you see in famines, shortages, pestilence, which goes to plagues, fearful sights, and great signs. You see in fearful sights of different things, man. And that goes to the wonders and signs that the Lord is sending, man. Shall there be from the heaven, man. And that's what they're seeing. All these are warnings and signs and different things that the Lord is using, tools and instruments using to send on earth. The Lord is beginning to visit the world which he has made by using what? Forms of pestilence, fearful sights, great signs, all from the heavens, man. Go on down. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars. That goes to pretty much signs. Things you're going to see as signs and warnings, man. And upon the earth, distresses of nations. Distresses goes to suffering and different suffering, lamenting, mourning. Work perplexity and sea in waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for the fear and to look after those things which are coming on the earth. And that's part of these signs, man. The fearful sights, different wonders and different things that the Lord is sending, man. You know what I mean? The ultimate one is going to be for example, the chariot, seeing them chariots, man, manifest in full-blown sight. Men's hearts, their minds and literal hearts are going to fail from the fear of these things, man, and looking after those things which cometh on the earth. And the powers of heaven shall be shaken, like a drunkard moving to and fro, the earth literally moving. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in clouds, which is a chariot, Marquis.fambrough, which would be a chariot, a car, or a vehicle. That goes to the cloud, with the power and great glory. And when these things begin to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. They're relating to the chariots. Other words you can use for the chariots, they call, of course, UFOs, which is unidentified aerial phenomena, unidentified flying objects, or chariots, or vehicles, because they're vehicles. They're by spiritual energy. They could be considered like a car, like a motor vehicle, but in this case, they're motorized by spiritual energy, man. You know what I mean? If you can understand that. But a vehicle, a car, chariot. You know what I mean? So Marquis would be that would be what that is, man. All right, let's continue on. Let me get that one. I was 16 Matthews. This will be a quick video. Good point. And he answered and said unto them, when it's even, you say you will be fair, for the sky is red. He's pretty much condemning, relating to these Pharisees and Sadducees, which you have some good ones, but you have some wicked ones too. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today. The sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, you could discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? So you can do all this, but you can't discern relating to the obvious, man. You know what I mean? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given, but the sign of a prophet, Jonas. The prophets are given a sign by preaching, warning, as that seer warned and telling before. That's the sign, man. And relating to also telling the things that is going to happen regarding certain things. Measure thy talent diligently in itself. So you're going to see relating to the things that's going on in society, measuring it according to the scriptures, man. You know what I mean? Correlating according to the scriptures, man. But the prophets they'll give that message according to as scripture through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemeshah, through the prophet, to speak about these warnings, these things that's to come, man. You know. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. So they're looking for a sign. And there and there shall no sign be given unto him, but the sign of a prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed, man. Scripture talks about, let me see. Scripture talks about Matthew 24. Let me get this. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, given into marriage, until the day that Noah entered in the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So also the coming of the Son of Man will be. That's why Scripture says, watch, for you know not the hour when the Son of Man cometh, man. You know what I mean? Then shall two be in the field, one be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth cometh. That's why this scripture says, watch, man. But the signs relating to the things that's going on is an indication to continue to watch, man. But most people, that was Matthew 24 through 38 to 42. But most people are going to overlook, because Scripture talks about 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. The natural man understand not relating to spiritual matters, because it's foolish to him. For he don't know, because relating to is not he's not spiritually discerned. Let me get it. So the matter of speaking, the natural man is not going to understand these things. It's going to be foolish to him. And he has no understanding of it, because he's not spiritually discerned to understand relating to spiritual matters. Two and 14, 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. The natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, because they're carnal, man, and they're carnal and it's spiritual, so they can't connect with it, man. For they are foolish unto him, so it's foolish to somebody who's carnal, man. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. So it's above him. It's above his pay grade, man, to understand, man. You know, so he's not going to understand it, man. So these are a few scriptures relating to a few reports. Let's see any other thing here. Yeah, this is pretty much something quick. Like I said, the government is still trying to, Senate clearance the first hurdle in avoiding shutdown votes to advance a short-term spending bill. So, something short again. Pretty much shortstop or a stopgap, whatever you want to call it. So you had that constant divide relating to the two parties, relating to coming on accord as far as finding a solution, different things. This is something showing. Give all praise. Yahbashim, Yoshabashim, Rakakada, Zaya, Wolf. Over help, Sean.